Welcome to Make a Path Presents, and this is going to be a quick mini review of Daredevil Season 2, Episode 1. It's going to be spoiler free. I'm not going to hit any major spoilers. However, I'm going to talk about some things, so if you want to stay spoiler free, you're pretty much going to be safe watching this if you haven't caught the episode yet. Also, I haven't decided if I'm going to review every episode. I'm going to probably review the first few, and then at the end, I'm going to review the entire season, and then I'll do like a Season 1 and 2 combined review discussion maybe. It all depends. If it's something you guys want to keep the discussion going on, then we'll continue with those. So make sure to sound off in the comments below. Now to start this off, I just want to say that Daredevil is a dick. Right from the very beginning, and I don't remember him doing this shit in Season 1. Maybe I didn't notice, but in this season, like, he stops a criminal and destroys the inside of a kitchen for like no reason. It's in a restaurant, and he just slides the guy's face down the prep station where they're getting the food ready, and it like destroys it. And then when he tackles the guy outside, the guy runs into this old guy's car, and everything's fine. He doesn't damage nothing. Daredevil just knocks him out by smashing his face off the windshield, which breaks it. It makes it spiderweb. So I'm sitting there thinking like, dude, that was a dick move. Like, that was totally uncalled for. And it's the reason I'm bringing it up is because it's kind of so in your face because it's a close-up where I laughed and I thought it would have fit perfectly with a spoof. You just cut back to the old guy being like, yo, Dick, what are you doing? Like, my shit was fine. Why would you do that? You could have punched him in the back of the head or took your little, metal stick and whapped him one, Next thing I want to talk about is the Punisher is kept hidden for the first episode for the most part, and I think that was a great choice. It really built up to that character. Even I've been a fan of the Punisher since I was little. I didn't keep up with the comics since I got older because I honestly felt like the writing got pretty bad. Anyway, I thought it was absolutely perfect to keep him in the dark like that and kind of build up to that character from an outsider's perspective and not start from inside a room with, the Punisher setting shit up and, knowing him right off the bat. Some of the scenes, though, in my opinion, were a little too dark. Often I had trouble figuring out what the hell was going on. Let's talk about Foggy briefly because in the first season I thought he was going to be a character that annoyed me, and if you watched my first season review, I loved the character. I thought he did a great job, and when it came time to tone it down, he toned it down perfect. However, something happened in this first episode where, even though the character didn't annoy me, the acting felt weak. The line delivery, especially where he's in a situation where it's dangerous, it felt like there was no danger. He was just kind of like, oh, please don't hurt me. I do hope that improves. Again, the character won me over in Season 1, and I really want to see him progress in Season 2 and becoming one of my favorites. I don't want it turning shitty now. Another thing, there is one or two comic moments where it's like, poof. How did that character get up there? Where a character's over here and all of a sudden he's on the fucking roof. They do have those comic book movies, and it does stand out a little more in Daredevil because Daredevil is set up in a more realistic tone. So those types of, movements, it's harder to hide those. It's harder to overlook those, so I really wish they toned that shit right down. And in closing, episode 1 was good. It wasn't mind-blowing, but it was a good start, and I'm very curious to see what happens in episode 2. Now, if you want to, which way do I move? If you want to check out my Season 1 review, the eye up here, find that. It'll drop down the list for my Season 1 review, and I'm going to try to put an episode 2 mini quick review right behind this one. Thoughts and opinions about episode 1 or Daredevil Season 2 as a whole, please be careful in spoilers because I haven't watched it all yet. And I'm sure other people haven't either. So let's keep this episode 1 and spoiler-free thoughts and opinions about the whole season so far if you've binge-watched it. Thoughts and opinions in that comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn. Subscribe now.